All right, so this is the lecture number 72 in our DSA series, and for now we are solving the problems related to 2D arrays, and we have done some sort of problems over 2D arrays, which is addition and multiplication of two matrices or two 2D arrays. You can watch them if you are not comfortable with 2D arrays, and if you are comfortable from those two videos, then you can good to go from here. And let us continue with our today's video. Fine. So the problems which we are going to see today is interesting one also. The name of this is wave traversal. We have to traverse over a 2D matrix, and we need to print the output of that matrix into a wave in the form of wave. So what it is look like, let me explain here. Suppose we have a 2D array. Let us say my design is not on that level. Fine. So let us suppose we have 2, 4, 3, 6, 9, 5 and 7, 2, 9. Suppose we have this. Fine. So what we have to do, like in the first video of 2D introduction, what we have done, we have printed the output in this manner: 2, 4, 3, 6, 9, 5 and 7, 2, 9. We have printed the output in this way. So this is very similar, or this is very simple too. So but the challenging thing is what we have to do. We have, like, initially we were printing the output in this way, this one and then this one and this one. You can compare these two outputs. We know already, like, how we can print the output in this way. But the thing is different here. What we have to do here is we have to print in this way 267, and from here we have to print this way 294, and here also 359. So we have to print output like a wave, which is firstly we have to go this way and then this way and then this way and so on. Let us say we were having 4 into 4, then we used to print in the same way. So this is the program which we have to develop. So I want you to try at your own, because this is a really simple, also a little bit tricky which you have to apply here, but I want you to try at your own, because when you try at your own, then your mind do some sort of exercises, and that is very beneficial for you also. So you can pause the video here and you can think at your own, and if you are done with that, then you can continue from here. So I hope you have done your thinking. So let us see how we are going to approach this particular problem. So first of all, while we were printing, what we were doing is we were printing the output in this way. So for that, what we were doing, we have written a loop. Let me write here also. Let us say row and I plus plus, and here for int j is equal to 0, j is call and j plus plus. So we have written this loop, and what we were doing, we were let us say the name of this array is a. So we were printing a of I and j. Fine. So this way it was printing the output for us very correctly. So what it is doing, let us say first of all I is 0 and j is 0, so it was printing this, and then j was increasing, so I of 0 of 1, again j is 1 now, so this was printing. So this is 1 2 0 1 2, so 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2, it was printing this way. But we do not have to print this way. What we have to do, we have to increase our I or row, then after printing first row of first column, then only we have to increase our I, and then again print the output for second column and then for third column. So here we were printing column wise, now we have to print row wise. So let us see once. So if I interchange these two values, then what will happen? This is j. So if I write, instead of this, if I write a of j and a of I, a of j and I. So let us see very carefully what it will do. Initially a is I, sorry, I is 0 and j is also 0. So a of 0 0, it will print 2. Now the value for j is increasing. So now j is 1. So a of j is 1 and I is 0 now. So a of 1 0 1 0 is this one, so 6 would be printed. Again j increment, so j is 2 now and I is still 1, sorry 0. So a of 2 of 0, so a of 2 of 0, this is 7. So 3 7 3 6 7, this would be printed. And now j is 2, so again this would be increased. So now I is 1, again j is 0, so 0 of 1, 0th row and first column, 0th row and first column, so 4 would be printed. So 4, again j would be increased, I would be 1 only, fine. So 1 of 2, yes 1 of 1, actually j is 1 now, previously j was 0, so j is 1 now, so 1 of 1, so 9 would be printed. Now j is again 1, so 1 of 2, sorry j is 2, so 2 of 1, because I is 1, so 2 of 1, second row first column, which is 2. So it would print output in this manner for us. So let us do it till now, and then what we would do, we would print the output for second column in this way also. So let us write some code so that we would be able to grab the things some sort of. So what we have done till now, we have taken the row size of a matrix, or let us not call a, let us simply call row and column. And here also we could have changed at all the variables at one shot, but so this is fine. What we have to do is, first of all I would have to write a loop. You already know what I have to do for accessing the all the elements of 2D array. We need to write the loop. So row, and after that I have to write another loop for j is equal to 0 and j is column size and j plus plus, fine. So let us see what it is going to print. So system dot out dot print and a of, this is kind of a pattern program also, so I would be adding this particular program into pattern series 2. So j, and sorry I have written it wrongly, let us not write b, instead of write a, fine. So and here what I have to do, I have to break a line. So break the line. So let us see what it is going to print now. It will simply print the 2D array, fine. So let us give it a run. Because we have not done anything here, it would print the 2D array. Row size is 3, column size is also 3, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So as you can see, it has printed the output in the exact same manner. So we do not want this. What we want to, it is printing row wise, but we want it to print column wise. So for that, what I will have to write, I will have to write j here and I here, fine. So it would print I mean row wise, but for that, as you can see here, we are iterating over row, I mean column for this row. So what if like in this case it would run perfectly, but what if the column was 4 but our row was only 2, sorry 3, let us say 5 6 10. So it would go 4 times. So the like at a time the value for j would be 3, but we have our input or the row is 2 only, sorry 0 1 2, so 2 only. So it would give us the array out of bound exception. So for that, what I have to do, I have to write row here and column here, so that way it would print the output in correct manner. Let us see in action also. So no, I do not have to write column and row here, that is the input taking process. I have to write column and row here. I have to interchange the values of these two. So column. Now let us give it a run, and I would be entering the same input which I have done in the previous one. So 3 into 3, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So see it very carefully what it is doing. It is printing 1 2 3 1 2 3. It is printing column wise actually, fine. So 1 2 3 is the row, and now it has to be printed 1 4 7, but it is not printing in that way. It is printing in that way, but the output is not clearly visualized. So for that, what I can do is, like, if you can see here, it is printing 147. It has 147 and 258. So 258, 369 and 369. It is printing correctly. But what we want is output should be each time in a new line. So let us print this way. Fine, do not print the space, so that it would be clearly visualized, I think. So we need to give run also. So let us say 3 into 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can see 147, 258 and 369. 147, 258, 369. That means it is printing the row wise. So it has printed the output for row wise. What we want here is 145 is fine, but from here we need 852, not 258. So for that I would have to make some little bit changes. What are those? They are, see it very carefully. I'm writing this type of condition for the first time. So this would be used in many of the programs, which is, let us say in this particular row we would print, like we were printing 267. So 267, and here we have to print 49, sorry, not 49, we have to print 294 in this way. So for that, what I have to do, let us see for this chunk and this chunk. For this, the column is 0, and for this the column is 1. Let us see here, if it is confusing to you, we have to print 267 and 294 and 359. We have to print this in this order. So let us analyze chunk wise. So here we have column 1, sorry, 0. Here we have column 1 and here we have column 2. So if you look at here, when we have even number of columns, then we are printing our output in correct manner. 267, 267, 359, 359. And when we have our column as odd, you can say 1 is odd. So we are printing in reverse order, which is 294, 294. Let us suppose if we have one more column, 5, 6, 7. So here what we have done is we have to print this way. So 765, 765. So the column for this would be 3, which is an odd number. So for odd we have to print in reverse order. So that is the only thing which we have to take care about. If our this is the column now, if this is odd, then we have to print in reverse order. If this is even, then we have to print in any order. It is expecting me to enter any output. So what change I have to make here is, if I is even, so for the condition for even is this would tell you if the I is even or if I is odd. So for even, I do not have to do anything. I just have to print the output in the same way. But for odd, I have to print in another way. So see it very carefully. What I am going to explain here is, let us suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 2, 4. This is the input. And we were printing 145. So 145. This is row 1, sorry, column 0, column 1, column 2. So for this, what we have to do is, we have to, we do not have to take row of this. We have to start from here. So the row for, column is same. Column is going to be same. Initially column was 0, column was 1, column was 2, but the row is changing. Like for this row was starting from here, but for this row would be start from here and go till here. So the row value would be the max value for this array, which is which is a row. Let us say we have 2, so row would be 3 here, 2 of 1, so it would print this one, and now we have to print 1 of 1, 1 of 1, and here we have to print 0 of 1. Like we have to decrease this row, and here we were increasing the row, and here what we have to do, we have to decrease the row. So what for that, what we can write it, let us say I have a row size into row variable, and if I minus the 1 from here, so what it would do, it would let us say row was 2 and sorry, row was 3 and this is 1, so it would give me 2. Fine. So which is the last element, which is nothing but the last element. So after this, what I have to do is I have to decrease once more. So for that I would be needing one variable, which is, we can take j. Fine. So because let us say if I write row minus j minus 1, so what it would do is, initially j is 0, so row minus j, so 3 minus 0 minus 1, it would give us 2. So we have to access the element of this 2th row. Let us say now j is 1, so 3 minus 1 minus 1, so 1. So we need to access this row. Now j is 2, so 3 minus 2 minus 1, so 0. So we would need to access this element. So this is the only change which we have to do. If it is not clear to you, then you should reiterate the video. Like if I explain the concept, then the video is going to be lengthy. So I do not want this. You need to reiterate the video so that the concept should be clear to you. So if it is odd, then what you have to do, I have to take the row as row minus j minus 1. So this is the only change which I have to make for printing the output in that manner. Let us see whether this is working or not. So let us give it a run and see whether this is working or not for us. And I would be entering the same input which we have done in our previous one. So 3 into 3, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. So it is printing 147 and 852, 147, 852 and 369, 369. So this means it is printing the output in correct manner. Let us take it completely to the board. Fine. Observe is very carefully. 147. So 147. From here 852. So 852. And from here 369. 369. That means we are traversing into wave. You can see we are printing the output in this way. So this was the program, and if you can see here, the solution was really simple. So I hope it is clear to you whatever I just explained to you, like printing the output into a wave format. So if you still have any confusion, then you can comment down below. I would be replying there, and or you can reiterate the video also for better concept understanding process. And that's it from my side for this particular video. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.